It's Week 15 of the National Football League, and tonight's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Bengals and the Niners on Thursday night primetime.
Let's go!
We are about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. The scene a short time ago. This crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. Tyler Bass about ready to get us going. And we are underway from Santa Clara. From a yard or two deep here. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And the Bengals grab it. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Keyshawn Johnson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are going to take a first quarter lead. But that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
The extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Taken at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
But when I reviewed last week's game and saw the 4 touchdown passes that he threw, I thought about you during the Turkey Bowl last year.
Yeah,
you guys
right.
had the same stats, except he got the NFC Offensive Player of the Week award with his.
He got touchdowns. I got picks. I like going back watching the film with you, and we thought it was a good performance in person. Obviously was, but you thought even better on tape. It was really something to watch.
Yeah, what I loved was how he spread it around. A lot of people involved in the passing offense. 4 touchdown passes culminated it. This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Lance to throw it. They'll drop this underneath to Pollard. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. And Lance now to throw. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week. He's smiling. Tyler Bass now for the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The 49er offense, they're coming back out onto the field, and we're going to give you a look at the playoff picture now into the weekend in the NFC.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
In last week's game for Kittle, there are the numbers. 3 catches, 52 yards.
And he was able to haul that pass in there, but he knows he's got a tough task ahead of him. This unit in the top 5 in the NFL against the pass. He's going to have to really work hard to get open.
On second down, it's Pollard. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Lance now on first down. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Now Lance. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation, because with that type of a lead, they feel like they can take a few more chances and be even more aggressive, and it's been paying off for them so far this game.
Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. Well, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. The Bengals offense here ready to rock and roll. Joe Burrow is the man at quarterback.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package, and that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back.
On one, ready?
On 3rd down, Burrow. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
The Bengals bring out their punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. He juked him. A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Lance. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Back-to-back gains of 17, and they are really on the march now. It's a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Lance. Finding his safety valve here, that's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They get 6, that'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Shotgun now for Lance. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Steven Sims Jr., his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed.
And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This is Jakeem Grant. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
And boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards. Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. That one complete to the former Seminole, Auden Tate. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Mixon with a first down carry. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Back to Mixon on second down. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And that's complete to Adams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed on that route. He's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 47. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And did he get the feet down? No, they'll say he did not. It's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And that is incomplete here.
Yeah, good game catch the ball in the backfield a week ago. They're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished a tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On 2.
First down, here's Burrow. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Boyd. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow steps away to his left, and he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. From the 4, this is 2nd down and 1. Play action, it's Burrow. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Auden Tate, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead.
This is why a lot of play callers love play action in this spot. You just want to freeze the linebackers just for a second. Then you got a chance to get a quick pass into your tight end right behind them for a touchdown.
Here's Bass now for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So that one a long 11-play drive, and it ends with a Bengals score. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fielded right around the 8. And able to get this out to the 25. And San Francisco gets set to go here. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Lance. Open man is Samuel, complete. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
When you're starting on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Lance. Flush to his right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. On 2nd down, Pollard. And 3 yards there, takes him to the 45.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The Niners on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Pollard. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. On 2nd down now. Pollard. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And the ball is knocked out.
They don't want it, fellas. They don't want it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. From the gun, a give to Mixon. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Burrow will throw. Throw left side, complete to Chase. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Let's go.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Javon Kinlaw gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front.
He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try and complete a pass, but it's equally important to know when to throw the football away, too.
Another try after the first down sack. Burrow. Here's Higgins out on the right side. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
On one, ready?
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line.
Come on, baby.
And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory.
Burrow bats it forward. It's a jet sweep.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for second and goal.
Burrow giving it to Mixon on the option.
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. So third and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense.
That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase.
His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set. And racing, going 3 wide's a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead is up to 18 now.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Trey Lance of the 49ers set to go back on offense here.
And how does he rally the troops, so to speak? He's played well, but they're down big on the scoreboard. How does he get his guys going?
To make sure they understand it's not a me game, it's a team game. Everyone has to come together. Everyone has to up the level of play a little bit, including himself, and find a way to make some plays in order to give them a little bit of a spark and rally the team.
We'll see if they can indeed rally down big on the scoreboard right now.
They go back to Pollard on second down.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
45 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Lance to throw it. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 46. From the gun, it's Lance. Got a man, that's Ayuk. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
All day, baby, all day.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Meanwhile, Lance's throw pulled in by Kittle. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. They'll find Ayuk open right side. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Lance looks to throw again. He's got Ayuk once again. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Now Lance. And a dangerous throw there on the drop-off. Incomplete, nearly intercepted. 2nd down and goal. Lance. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. And now 3rd and goal following incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
McPherson's kick is good, and that'll get the deficit down to 15. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25.
Let's go.
The Bengals going to take over late in this first half. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. Now Burrow loses the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember traffic, turbulence, people around you. 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. On the draw, it's Pollard. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts.
as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Now here's Pollard, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. On 2nd and goal, Lance. And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. It'll definitely be a disappointment to come out of this starting position with just 3 points. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
The Bengals drive about to get going, as they'll take over with just 13 seconds to go before the break. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock, and he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Man, where has the season gone? We're into week 15 now. So let's give everybody a look at what's coming up here on what should be a very interesting weekend of football. In the 1 o'clock games, the one that catches the eye happens in Big D at AT&T Stadium, a tough test for the Cowboys as they'll square off with the New Orleans Saints. Even more good matchups to check out in the late afternoon window. A 4 o'clock start up in Baltimore, where it'll be the Ravens taking on the Seattle Seahawks. And lastly, we'll wrap up the week on Monday Night Football. Definitely one to tune in for, as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New York Giants. Now time for a check of the next-gen stats in the first half for the Bengals. And there were a few factors as to why they built this good size advantage, but the rushing numbers were not all that amazing. We'll see if they can pick it up in the second half. Meanwhile, for the Niners, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw caught by Higgins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On first down, Mixon. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Back to Mixon on second down. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
Offside, defense. What you talking about, ref?
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
The ball gets bumped up. It's now 2nd and 4 after the penalty. Now it's Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 38. They come with a jet sweep here as Burrow just taps that forward. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's third down. And Burrow going to throw again. That's taken in by Higgins. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a fourth down.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a fourth down.
Now the Bengals will settle for 3 as the field goal unit comes on here. From the left hash, this from 46. The kick by Bass is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Pollard again. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Joe Burrow and the Bengals set to go back on offense. How do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the third quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See if he can drive the bus here again on this drive. On second down, here's Mixon.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Now Joe Mixon. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Burrow's throw taken in by Adams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now it's Burrow. He completes it to Boyd. A gain of 6 there on first.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On second down, Mixon. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now they run with Mixon. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the 1st down sticks are, and get there.
Here we go. Big 13. Big 13.
Now Burrow on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down.
That was a heck of an effort to stop him just short of the marker, but now they're going to need another big play on 4th down on defense, I believe, because offensively, they went from 3rd and long to now it's a go situation here on 4th and inches.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. The kick by Bass is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So 3 more points tacked on, and this margin getting more comfortable by the minute.
And with the lead where it is, you can actually feel good about field goals. We talk all the time about scoring 6s, not 3s. But in this case, they're just looking to chew up some time and come away with points.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
If these guys going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Lance looking to throw it. That's caught. It's DeMarcus Robinson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a give here to Pollard. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 71 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run with Pollard. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Now Pollard. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Let's go, boys.
One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. And now they'll throw with Lance. They'll drop this underneath to Pollard. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. His throw caught at about the 5. And the 49ers are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Here's Lance. Touchdown 49ers. Deebo Samuel, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept him out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on him. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
McPherson now for the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So that drive in total 8 plays. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Jakeem Grant now to return. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. So 8 yards on the completion there. And it'll be a 2nd down. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And I actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 31. The Bengals on third down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. Here it's 3rd and 2. And he is going to have a Bengals first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. And now they will throw it with Burrow. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Maurice Hurst in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Burrow will throw. This is caught. It's Boyd. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bengals look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Well, I've heard you use the term put-away drive, and that right there seemed like the definition of a put-away drive.
Yeah, it certainly just pops right up out of the book, doesn't it? Because up 2 scores already, just wanted to possess the football, keep converting and picking up first downs, and if the drive ends in 3 points, that's terrific. If it ends in a touchdown, fantastic.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down, Lance. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Sims. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Lance going to try and throw on 3rd down here. And incomplete on the deep ball. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll run for it with Pollard. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. Kyle Shanahan, an offensive mind, but his guys stopped up short. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Now the Bengals on third down. They've had plenty of success. 8 conversions, looking for a 9th. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he is going to have a Bengals first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Here we go. 27, check right, 27. Here we go. Ready? Hands up. 42.
They'll run on first down. Mixon, and he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 84 yards rushing now on 23 carries so far. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
A good run of 6 yards there. Gets them closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, and he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Bengals are closing in on a 9th victory on the year as they extend their lead. An extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
And Lance's throw there complete to Sims. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Lance to throw it. They'll find Ayuk open right side. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lance. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. That is Tomlinson who is down. Boy, not what they want to see. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Lance looks to throw again. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big play there on the catch and run.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
And they fake the handoff. Now Lance winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turning over 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
11 MT, take. 11 MT, hot.
They try to eat some clock with Mixon. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15.
105 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
11.
On first down, Mixon. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Cincinnati,
the final 3 weeks are going to tell the story as they move to 9-5 on the year.
And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, their slim playoff hopes are gone now as they fall to 5-9. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals.